Pretty amazing countryside. Bit icy, it's about 6 degrees, and I guess normally I'll only be wearing a t-shirt. I'm not putting a jumper on in this weather. It's so beautiful, man. Yeah, it's pretty sweet. I can't believe how beautiful it is. A big change from Townsville 2 days ago. Wow, magic. Oh well, keep going. Time to go over a barbed wire fence. And continuing on. So this is the University of Canterbury Mount John Observatory area. There's a walk that starts at the observatory and does sort of a loop on top of the mountain here, and then goes down by the lake, Tekapo, and then back up to the observatory where you can finish with a coffee and maybe some lunch or something like that. So it's supposed to be about 6 kilometers. We'll see how long it is. It's pretty clearly marked, and the track is fantastic, but I definitely recommend wearing hiking or trail shoes because it's a bit slippy if it's wet, and it's a bit damp today, but I've got brand new trail shoes on, so keeps the grip, thankfully. And it's pretty picturesque, all right. It's absolutely stunning. So this clockwise track sort of heads downhill pretty much, and then turns, and from what it looks like on the map, it will go back along the bank of the lake, so it should be sort of at ground level, and then swings back up. I don't know what the elevation is back up to the observatory, probably 300 meters I'd say. A bit of an idea where I've come from. Going around that way. So I figure Mount Cook is somewhere out there. To be honest with you, I don't know. It's probably concealed behind cloud at the moment, otherwise it'd stand out like crazy. So continuing on. I haven't come across anyone, I haven't come up behind and overtaken anyone yet. So, and a fair few people have been past me in the opposite direction, but it appears as though this track would be best done clockwise, because you're sort of looking at the snow and looking at the mountains as you're walking out, and then when you come back along the lake, you're looking back towards the township of Tekapo. So I'd suggest clockwise, but unless other people are seeing something that I don't see. But it's pretty magical clockwise, I'll tell you. Amazing. It looks like we've reached the turnaround point. where you go drop down towards the lake. About 2.3 k's in. The road's heading down that way. I've sort of come from this way. I'm sure that you're not actually supposed to be driving in here. Looks like some Chinese have taken the wrong way. But anyway, I guess they've figured out something that no one else did. So we'll keep walking down towards the lake. I clearly remember seeing signs saying don't venture off the road, but hey, anyway. And so it's a look back towards Tekapo town at the other end of the lake. We've come from up that way. Of course, someone's flying a drone where it's marked everywhere not to fly a drone within 4 kilometres of the observatory, and there's one right near the observatory. Wish he'd fly next to me. Alright, it doesn't get much bluer than that. Blue-green, it's magic. So just come from there, down there, and now heading back towards Tekapo on the lake now. Downhill, I think we get to the lake, and then there'll be a pretty big uphill at the end. I'm not sure, I think some stairs and things like that. So yes, we'll see what's to come. Make a pretty awesome track for a trail run. Sensational. So down pretty close to lake level now. About 3.2 k's in. We must get, this would be about as close as we get, I think. So quite a lot of people doing the track, which is good to see on a Sunday in later May. So it's pretty cool. It's about 6 or 7 degrees. Perfect weather for t-shirts. Here we go. So this is where we were before, up above there, and down here now by the lake. About 3.8 k's in now. Really nice walk, easy track, slippery, but apart from that, great surface, easy to walk on. A little mate on the path. He's been flying with me for a bit here. Showed a bit of birdseed now. Hello. See you, mate. Path's getting a little bit muddy here, but still pretty good. Sure, it'll be pretty cold if you've got my feet wet. Further along now, we're about 5k in from the observatory. I'm guessing we're going to be doing a fair bit of uphill to finish. Little change of scenery now, into the pines a little bit. Well, they look like pines anyway, but I'm no botanist. It's pretty nice in here. Wow. Heading back down, which I assume means it'll be a hard turn to head back up again. So. See the lake through there. Right down there next to the lake now. So, it's actually perfect. Just walking past Tekapo Springs now. Keep going back a little bit towards town, and then there's a turnaround to head back up. Alright, started the walk up. The walk up starts just near the springs, the hot springs, and shoots up from there. I don't know why there seems to sound like an air raid siren going off. No idea what that's about, but I'm out in the open, so if it's an earthquake siren or tsunami, I'm pretty fine. Have a look down over Tekapo Springs, playing some ice hockey in some hot springs. You can see there, it's pretty magical. Eh? This way is the continuation of the trail. We started down this way. Well, sorry, the turnaround point was down there. At the bottom, where that green juicy van is. Up the hill. And then continuing up this way through the pine trees. We're at about just sort of under 7 k's, about 6.9 kilometres so far. Starting at the observatory, clockwise on the walking track. This should give you an idea of the elevation profile. It's pretty steep. It's not too bad, but it's a great track. But it appears why that seems to be the majority of people going anti-clockwise, is to avoid this sharp uphill. All right. So more observations. It appears as though a lot of people may do it anti-clockwise because they either start at Tekapo Springs and don't want to start off with a really steep climb. It's not really steep, it's pretty steep. Or the same thing if they start at the observatory, they don't want to finish with a steep climb. However, the views are so much better doing the clockwise direction because you're looking straight at the mountains. It's all the way. When you get to the top, instead of having your back to the snow mountains. Just coming out of the pine forest now. It's magical. A bit of a sweat on even in a t-shirt, even in sort of 6 degrees. Looks like we've got some steps up ahead. Alright, getting there. Time for some stairs. A big stair to get started. Go around that. Oh, good for my foot length, my stride. Probably 2 strides for the average person. I think it's getting longer now. Oh. Might go off the path there, off the stairs. And back on. Alright, this is a start point. I guess if you, or near the start point, if you start from the observatory. But we'll go up and have a look at the south summit, and we'll make a walk back to the cafe for something refreshing. Anyway, let's go and have a look at the south summit. Might as well get in as much elevation as we can. Alright, up here at South Summit, amazing, beautiful walk, a lovely way to spend a nice day in Tekapo. definitely do the clockwise circuit. Really enjoyable, great views of the mountain. And now just to walk back up to the observatory up top there for some lunch, I think. Should be great. Just walking back to the finish now. What is it? It's about 1:20 p.m. It's perfect because I can't check into my accommodation till 2. So buy lunch and head back into Tekapo town. The actual walk, I didn't really dawdle, but it's just under 9 kilometers and taken about 2 hours. So finishing up now. Hey.
Yeah, again.
How are you?
Good day for it.
Yeah. And arriving back at the car. So and back to the car we go. See you later.